All right, Adventure of Code, day 20. Here we go. Okay, it's just numbers. Mix the file. I see. That makes sense. They originally appeared. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah, let's keep a doubly linked list. I'm not using Python's built-in one because I think it's going to be annoying to store like nodes. And now just do it. Okay, and now we set the next. And then finally, we're going to set the next of, we're going to do like the circular part. And, okay, so now we have the circular part. We're going to mix the file, mix it exactly once. Okay, I definitely lost some time on this, but that's fine. And now what we'll do is I think we just, for we're going to move it by this much. So first we're going to delete it. So its previous is next should be x is next. Its next previous should be x is previous. And then now what we're going to do is, so this is going to be the insertion point, and it will be pre next, and then let's see. So if x greater than 0, just going to walk them. Otherwise, if it's less than or equal to 0, then we do the same in the opposite direction. And finally, we're just going to insert it. So I think now we do a.x is equal to x. X dot pre is equal to a. B dot pre is equal to x. X dot next is equal to b. Okay, so we do this. Growth coordinates after the value 0. Okay. If the value is 0, then let's see. So we're going to do this 1, 2, 3 times. Value. I think that seems right. Okay, that doesn't work. We got that value is what we care about. It's pretty slow. That's negative, and it is not right. Oh, let's see. And I think what we can do is we can do this is just quick debugging. Okay, so what I'm looking at is 0, 3, 1, minus 3, 2, 4. After we finish moving it, that doesn't look right. So let us do I'm going to show, just going to print head dot value, head dot next dot value, next dot next dot value, next dot next dot next dot value. That should be enough for now. Okay, so before it looks like 1, 2, minus 3, 3, minus 2. Then after it looks like 1, minus 3. Yep, seems good. Then we move the 2. And then after moving the 2, it should look like 1, minus 3, 2, 3. Yep. At the very end, it looks something like 1. Oh, this doesn't look right. So 0 does not move. That shouldn't be a problem. So before and after look the same. So this is not right. When does the... Okay, so the minus 3 moves between... Oh no. Bad bug. Bad bug. The answer was 3. Ah, crap. Okay. No. Please be fast enough. I hope that's right. Rank 5? Oh, that was fast. Wow. Now mix it. Decryption key. Multiply each number by the decryption key. Okay. So that's fine. It's a good thing I wrote it in the right way. So now, all that's going to happen is we're just going to modulo by this, I'm pretty sure, whenever we move something. So, make sure I'm careful. D key, mix it 10 times. Still move in the original order. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. And the next thing I will do is modulo. Ln of r. So let me make sure that that's right. There were 3 elements. If it was like 0, 1, 2, let's do 3. If we move this one, 1, 2. Oh, so it should be mod n minus 1. Okay, that's a good catch. Ln of r minus 1. Seems good. And this shouldn't be much slower. Maybe it will be. So I don't like this print. It's kind of annoying. Well, I guess now it's like n squared. Maybe that's bad. How could I speed this up? Like being able to skip multiple times? Like this for loop is probably not the greatest. 5,000. Oh wait, this would be a good case for PyPy. Okay, maybe not that good of a case for PyPy. What are the size of the moves? Ooh, wait. This is a bug in it. It's because oh, I'm not a smart man. We're already modulating it, so we don't actually need to do that anymore. Okay, cool. So that's an answer. And rank 8. Oh, I am surprised I did that well. I thought I was stumbling over my code quite a bit when I wrote that. Okay, well, let's clean this up a little bit. Let's get rid of that. I guess, like, so here's my guess. My guess is some people got greedy and tried to do it, like, the inefficient way for part 1. And then they had trouble with, like, with both the circular things and various, like, maybe it was too slow. I'm not really sure. I immediately wrote it the linked list way, and I thought I would suffer for that. Not suffer in code quality, but suffer in, like, timing. Because I assumed that, like, as I was writing it, I was realizing, oh, I'm going so slowly on this. But I guess that wasn't the case. Part 2, I could have definitely had, like, much higher if I hadn't. Yeah, okay, so I definitely would have had 5 and 5 if I had not forgotten to actually use the value I set here. But yeah, we can also just change this a little. I guess I won't. Well, I think this will just work. I think now it'll just give me a... Okay. Why is this so slow? Oh, it's because it's regular Python. Okay, so that should have been my part 1 answer. Is that right? No. What? I think this should still be correct, though. Did I change anything else for part 2? Oh, right. Doing it 10 times, I forgot. Yep, cool. And we set part equals 2. Should just give the second answer. Cool. And this is just for aesthetics. Yeah, there we go. It's nice. Oh, that was a nice and easy day. Oh, it feels good to have an easy day. It feels a little bit bad that I only do well in the easy days. And the hard days I just do so poorly on. At least this year I have been. But yeah, I'm very happy with that was a good day. Oh, got me back in the top 10. And more importantly, I'm ahead of Antonio now. Let's take a look. This is still filling pretty slowly, it looks like. Well, yeah. I guess while I wait for this to fill, I will do a bit of explanation. So basically, we have a bunch of numbers, list of numbers, and we're to treat them like a circular list. I think the implication is a circularly linked list. You don't have to link it, but you can sort of tell that the moves we're going to be making are like maybe a little bit easier to do in a linked list fashion. Maybe not actually. For like here, it looks like they're small in magnitude. If you look here, maybe they're not so small in magnitude, so maybe it's not going to be much more efficient to do a linked list. But in any case, and every number moves around relative to its position. So you see the 1, and he should move forward like 1 position. You see the 2, he should move forward 2 positions. So you go in between the -3 and the 3. Whoops. Oh no. Wait, yeah. 1, 2. Oh, right. Okay, I was not looking at it right. Yep. It's showing this relative to from like I don't really know quite what it's showing it relative to, but anyways. Yeah, and then -3 will move like 3 backwards, and it's gonna go like 1 steps us back here to 3. So between the -2 and the 0, and that's where it is, and so on and so forth. And it basically says like do all of this. Oh, I guess one important bit is you want to go in order of the initial arrangement to actually move these things. You know, I bet that was maybe the complication with doing it without a linked list. But you want to go in the initial order. So even though these things move around, like you still want to keep going in this initial ordering of items to move. But yeah, and then once you do it, it says like find an element 0, move 1,000 2,000, 3,000 numbers, and then add those numbers up. That's the answer. And then for part 2, it just says do it 10 times, but now make the numbers way bigger. And the 10 times bit, like, yeah, makes it a little bit slower, not that big a deal. The multiply everything by this decryption key also doesn't seem like that big a deal. Like, all you need to do is modulo by the number of elements minus 1. It's a circular linked list, so if you move like n minus 1 positions, you'll end up back in the same spot. So if you had 11 positions, then you would be very happy to like modulo 10 and just know that you only need to move forward 3 positions, and that makes it like way more efficient. But yeah, and that's the problem. Pretty straightforward. I wrote a linked list, and one of the reasons I like doing this rather than using Python's built-in one for questions like this is I can keep references to the original nodes. And that's actually pretty important, especially for this one. Because we want to go in the same order as original, like, it would be pretty bad if we had to go back through and try and, like, if we had to do a whole linear scan each time to figure out where the element was in order to move it, that would be, like, maybe it wouldn't be that bad, but it seems like it'd be pretty bad. And I'm guessing we have duplicate numbers, too. Let's see. I think there were 5,000. Yeah, there's a bunch of duplicate numbers. So you like basically have to do that. I bet a lot of people got burned by trying to do the linear scan to go back and find the numbers in the list. But since I just keep the node references, I can literally just iterate through this list of node references that I've kept are, and it's like not much work at all to move something relatively. Yeah, I guess I'll get rid of this. Original code for part 1. Separate with less than 0 case became unnecessary with mod -1. Yeah, so this isn't necessary anymore because when you do the modulo, Python's modulo turns negative numbers to be positive, as a modulo operation should. I feel very strongly about that. Okay, but yeah, it should still work just fine. Neat. Cool, so that's the problem. Yeah, and then my solution, I think I just said already, basically. It was a linked list. And it's like very easy to, like, you gotta be a little bit careful when you're keeping things with, yeah, in hindsight I didn't need the previous pointers, but it's not really a big deal. So you just have to be a little careful to make sure that you always keep the linked list like linked. Look, there's nothing more sad than accidentally writing like this or something like this, and you just destroy the whole linked list, and it's like very much a pain to debug. I did a little bit of debugging, which is probably why I didn't get even higher. Let's see. Okay, well, I don't think I would have had 346 anyways, but I probably would have had like sub 630 if I had not had to debug there. I did a bit of debugging because, what was the reason? I got a wrong answer. I forget why it was. I don't think it was this. Yeah, I actually don't know. I totally forgot what my bug was already, but I had a bug, and I put a sample input in, and my setup is like very bad for debugging with sample input. It just takes me so long to do it, which is why I don't do sample inputs usually. But I feel like I need to get a better setup that simultaneously runs against sample or something like that. But yeah, so you sort of splice out your node. I thought this was actually maybe mildly clever. I keep like the current insertion point would be between A and B if we did not move at all. And if we are moving at all, we just need to move A and B together, right? So if we're moving one to the right, we just move A and B right together. And then now we just know we need to insert between A and B. And that's like super easy. So I guess actually in that sense, keeping the pre-pointers did help quite a bit. If I only had next pointers, I wouldn't be able to do this, I believe. Because I'd only be able to get the next. Yeah, I mean, you'd still be able to do it. It wouldn't be that bad. In fact, it'd be pretty easy. But I think it would maybe require like special casing 0. And you have to be like a little bit careful with your off by 1, which I am really bad with. So, but yeah, that's day 20. I will call it here.